So, starting out, Jamie's just hitting the restroom. I just hit the restroom. We had to take a quick break. We still have an amazing live studio audience. Hey, everybody. Woo! I know, we're still excited. And it is an hour and 47 minutes in. Holy crap, we are ready. We're raring. So, I'm actually going to jump into the first call, but this is the Patreon content. If you're watching this, it's because you've chosen to support us. And that support goes a long way. We really appreciate it, and we really hope you enjoyed the extra content that we provide. This year has been amazing, and I just can't get over the fact that we've gotten this far. So thank you. And to start us off, I'm going to start with Damy in New Jersey. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going? What do you want to talk about? Oh, and I got Jamie here. Yay.
Hey.
Hi. I'm glad you took my call.
Yeah.
For the show.
Thank you for staying on the line. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I have a belief that I'm kind of struggling with.
Okay.
You called the right show.
I know it's irrational, and I know this is probably going to be embarrassing.
No, what's up? Talk to me.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I'm not entirely sure if I'm an atheist. First of all,
Okay.
I don't believe in God, but I do have some beliefs.
Sure.
That I know are not rational.
Okay.
What kind of
the belief I'm struggling with is if I have a soul or not.
Okay.
So I'll start off by saying that I've met plenty of atheists who believe in some kind of soul or spiritual essence who are still atheists, because it's not about the God question.
Okay.
That's just fine. But the terminology really doesn't matter so much.
Yeah. What I will say is, as well, is there's actually a relatively active atheist activist that's here in Austin that does work with other groups. Unfortunately, not ours yet. I'll see if I can entice them back. But that the main sort of like thing that they struggled with, that was an emotional belief, and then just sort of an emotional feeling that they. It's one of those things where if you're promised a cake and then you're told there is no cake, you feel like you've lost something, even though the cake didn't exist. And when that's a sky cake and it's heaven, that can be hard. But for them, it was, oh no, that there's something intrinsic and, divine about you. It was, in other words, that, well, I'm not a soul, and what they used to say, just a human, right? And it took a very long time before they could say, I'm not a soul, I am a human. Because even though being a human with a soul is technically an extra thing than being a human is pretty cool.
What is it for you?
You're not alone is all that was. You're in good company.
I grew up being, my entire family basically is either Jehovah's Witness or Catholic. And I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. And I was taught that all living things have a soul. Even like bunnies and even my guinea pigs and my dog.
Yeah.
Like they have a soul. And it's like an essence or a spark inside of us.
Sure.
And
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So
sure.
It sounds like, based on the way you prefaced it, that you rationally know that that's not true, but you're still holding on to it.
Yeah, I know, and it's frustrating.
But it's okay. It's okay. So one of the reasons I held on for so long is because it hurt. It hurt, and it was terrifying, because when you lose the idea of a soul, you lose the idea of heaven, you lose the idea of being able to see the people you love again, and it hurts, and it's hard, and it's painful. And the idea that you can just walk away from something like that and not experience that kind of tragedy is silly. It's okay.
But I haven't. I walked since when I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I was read like stories in the Bible and taught the Bible. When I really sat down and thought about it, like even just like the story of Noah, I thought to myself, this is total horseshit. I was able to even just being 11 years old, I was like, this is horseshit. Two animals didn't walk on a boat. They didn't go into the sea for 40 days or whatever.
40 nights,
this is horseshit. Whatever, yeah.
Around 11, I could totally see that. I just can't help but think of myself as at like 7 and just being like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Even the
animals.
ponies came?
Yeah, I was freaking stoked.
That's why they tell that story all the time, because they've got animals.
And it also freaked me out because everyone was saying how wonderful and beautiful the story is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God drowned puppies. He drowned babies.
You actually had that? You had that thought at 11?
Yeah. That's
Yes.
props
Holy crap.
right here.
Yeah.
From me to
saying
you.
that.
Boom.
Dang.
I remember saying that to my mom and dad. And they're like, well,
evil
maybe God just put them to sleep. And they didn't actually drown. They didn't actually suffer. I'm like, come on.
Maybe they were all peacefully euthanized. That's okay, right?
If I'm able to rationalize that, why can't I let this go? It's so frustrating. I hate my brain.
Don't, because it is the best tool you've got, and it sounds like you got a good one.
Yeah. Jealous.
Yeah,
here.
but I guess where to go from here?
So, it at the beginning of this call, you said you were struggling with a belief. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Is it because you think it might be true, or is it because it hurts that you know it's not?
Part of me feels like maybe there's something to it. Like maybe it's not the magical energy or whatever that it was described to be, but maybe it's like something that exists in my brain, my hopes, my dreams, my thoughts, my personality. Maybe that's what it is.
You know that
I don't know.
if you didn't have a soul, those things wouldn't go away. And those things make you special and unique. Those things make you incredible. And those things are something that you should cherish regardless of the answer you get to. I would say that continue to investigate. If you feel like you need to continue to investigate, we would never tell you to stop. In fact, the opposite. We would encourage you to, and we want to give you the best tools to do that. There's nothing wrong with being on a journey and learning and growing yourself. So do that. That's okay.
Okay. So I don't sound like an idiot.
No.
You're not. And anybody who would tell you that has got a very, very weird and skewed and dark view of the world, because that's
someone that
not
would
how
tell
we
you
move
that
forward.
is wrong.
Yeah. You investigate and you learn.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah, go ahead.
What I would say is you sound like a human being with a natural level of critical thinking that you apply to the things you interact, that was raised and indoctrinated in a religious household.
Yeah. I mean, imagine. Catholic, Jehovah's Witness. I'm surrounded.
Well,
I mean, I guess you guys helped me, and okay, I'm an atheist.
Hey! Damn, that was.
cheers.
I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Oh,
And our producer is
their producers are sending you love rings.
Yeah. Well,
You know, but
we're
I've
still.
never really said that out loud, but I'm an atheist. I mean, I know I stopped believing. I know I chucked religion out the door ages ago. But
Yeah. And look at that. You didn't grow horns. You didn't grow scales. All of a sudden, you didn't develop a taste for baby.
That cost extra, actually. So,
Cheers. Now, here's the important part. Okay? Are you ready for this? The important part is we come across a lot of atheists we've met, and oh my goodness, they are not skeptics.
ooh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I have very high hopes for Damy because
I agree.
At age 11, calling BS.
11?
Bible
Damy, how old
stories.
are you?
No. At age 11, she was calling BS.
Oh, okay.
on
I was
Bible
going to
stories.
say.
I'm 30 now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
I was going to say, if this
like,
was
wait, what?
someone at age 11 calling in, I'd be like, all right, so I don't really know what your future is, but when you're an adult and
you're my
you've got a
age.
spectacular career going and you already have a master's degree or whatever, move to Austin. We could use your help.
Move to Austin now.
Well,
We've got a great community.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and
I mean,
also there's lots of people we know in New Jersey.
yeah. But regardless,
I
take your time, and don't come
Don't
to
be
a
a stranger.
conclusion for bad reasons.
Yeah.
Demand
no,
evidence.
I know.
Yeah.
This is why my belief in, or my, okay, fine. My belief in the soul thing, that's why it bothers me, because I admire skepticism, and I want to be like, I've watched you guys show for months, and
Thank you.
I've been a fan, and I really want to be a critical thinker, and use the tool of skepticism and all that. And,
It sounds like you are, though. It sounds like you're already doing that.
And I mean, to be clear, don't stop learning, don't stop improving.
Yeah, breaking through dogma and undoing years and years of thinking that something is true hurts a lot.
It's neither easy nor quick.
And that's something that,
Like performing your own root canal.
well, it's a reason that that a lot of people don't ever get to that place, because they don't want to experience that pain and discomfort. Can I share something really? So, I remember taking my first philosophy class, and we went through Plato's allegory of the cave, and when I had kind of gone through it, I asked my professor, so does every growth that we make, every big step that we take, does it always have to be a tragedy? And my professor kind of looked at me and said, okay, that's a little melodramatic. So I toned it back, but I can't help but think that there is tragedy there. There is something that you really lose, because it was true to you, and it takes time to process and to grieve, and that's human, and that's okay.
yeah, I mean, it's like, if I don't have a soul, that means I won't see my dad ever again. I won't even see my dog Pepper ever again.
And I think that while people can be well-meaning, being able to tell you something like that, even well-meant, is very cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's what I will say is I think that's tragic. And I don't mean to boast, but I'm right. It is tragic.
Dear diary, Jamie was right. No, I'm sorry. You're right a lot of the time. I'm just fucking with you. Love you, man.
You've definitely taken my style of humor. But what I will say, Damy, is it is very hard because when these religious claims get interwoven into things that happen, that are real, that are tragic, and they're offering, you can have a diet entirely of Twizzlers and soda and live forever. It's very difficult to tell someone, no, peas and carrots, eat your squash even when it's burnt. Well, actually, that's a bad example, but
You grew up in a weird house, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
yeah, I did. It's we still have to, you know where I'm going with
I
this,
love
which
you,
is
man.
that
Yeah.
there's this easy supposed answer that's
You guys
offered,
are funny.
and it's thank you.
So
It's not easy dealing with, and I want to find the least misinterpretable way of saying this, because dealing with loss is hard, but it's also real, and dealing with reality is really hard, and the mind just wants to be happy and comfortable, and being full of food and being safe and having a community makes the mind happy and comfortable, and death makes the mind uncomfortable. And so, not only do I have the community now, but I'll live forever and have infinite community for all time in heaven is a really, really, really attractive falsehood. And
I know.
it's why it's so difficult, and that's why it's doubly poisonous, because it's really sweet candy, but don't get in the van.
Dang, Jamie. That was I'm kind of piggyback off of a piece of what you
do.
said, Jamie. And that is that everybody, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Okay, what I was going to say was people need community. Jamie's right. And I know that an online community is not as
Solid.
visceral, not as solid as having a physical community. We're trying the best we
Yeah.
can, though. And
Yeah.
I know that if you come to Austin,
Watching you guys has definitely made me feel less lonely.
good. Because if you ever come to Austin, we have some big hugs waiting for you. And no matter where you are, this is your community. You belong here. And
Thank you.
we're expanding it because there's room for everybody, and there's always room for you.
And we're doing what we can to help people find ways of meeting up locally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel less lonely discovering, Talk Heathen and Atheist Experience, and just watching you guys over the last few months. It's been really comforting. I've basically been shunned by even very close members of my family because I stopped, or I just don't go to the hall or church or whatever, and I haven't for a long time.
And those people,
They find that
deserve
very
pity.
distasteful.
Yeah, those people deserve pity, because if they don't get to have you in their life, then they really fucked up.
And I was actually told by my best friend, who was my cousin since we were children. I was told by her recently that if I don't love Jehovah, then we can't be friends anymore, which was really hurtful.
So sorry.
That's terrible.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
and people wonder why we're angry.
I always try not to think immediately of this, but when I hear things like this, there's always a part of my brain that just does a replay of every time, particularly people I know have said, "Oh, but why would you do this show? What harm does religion cause? Why would you take away something that just provides some comfort to some people?" I'm like, because they're
And I wasn't even
because
sure.
it hurts people really.
I wasn't even sure if I'm an atheist, but I knew that I just didn't buy the religious bullshit.
Yeah.
And
But I was just told that if I don't buy it, if I don't love Jehovah, then I basically, you can't be my friend. I don't love you.
so
That was so hurtful.
that's something that they were taught.
Yeah.
Because when you have a love for someone like that, I can't help but imagine that person is mourning the idea of losing you. But saying those kinds of things, it's a party line that they toe.
Yeah.
But being able to have the strength to be honest with yourself, I mean, I got to tell you, if you would have told me last year that we would be talking to you and we would have helped like this, the entire year would have been worth it.
Yeah.
This is
I felt guilty because I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said what I said. I told her that I don't believe in your God, and I think your God is evil. Maybe I shouldn't have been honest. I don't know.
So
maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Damy, you can't be blamed for thinking, and you can't be blamed for trying to communicate with your friend and
being an honest human being.
It's part of.
After she said that to me, I told her, "Fuck your God, and fuck you too." And now I feel even more guilty.
It's gonna be okay.
You're not alone. This is a shitty situation, and it is not your fault. This situation would not happen if people weren't told there's something other than human beings that matters more than human beings. And you recognizing that in one form or another is a poisonous idea is not something that makes you responsible for other people acting poorly. I am so sorry that this has happened to you, and
I'm sorry. I didn't even mean for this to come out.
No,
it's hey.
I know it sounds so fucking stupid when I say everything's gonna be okay, but
things will get better. They do.
And I've got to tell you, Damy,
Wow.
So
the only thing that I have is the experience of pain that I can touch back on, but I don't know your pain, and I don't want to pretend to. But
it's okay. I really didn't mean to.
No,
it's gonna be okay.
I'm glad that you said it because it means we can try, possibly fail, but try and help. And
there's nothing wrong with you.
I really just wanted to talk to you guys about.
Will you stay in touch, please?
And we're
sure.
Glad that you're talking. This is part of what we mean when we say you have community here.
I really do love your show, and I wasn't joking when I said I think you're. I wasn't lying when I said I think you're funny, and I really do enjoy your show, and it made me feel less lonely these past couple of months.
Good. Then I'm really happy that we're doing the show.
Yeah. For this call alone, it would be worth it.
Right?
Yeah.
But keep in touch because we want to keep in touch with you. And I want to put you in touch with as many other people as possible because there are wonderful people. And those people are going to be very lucky to get to know you.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm giving you the biggest hug, I swear.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to do what we do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to be a good year in 2019.
By the way, my friend thinks you're cute, Eric.
Yay! Yay! That makes me happy.
Self-esteem +2.
Yay! Thank you. It's okay, Jamie. Actually, I was reading in the live chat, and somebody in somebody in the live chat actually said, "Jamie's gay." I didn't know. Am I the last person to know this? And somebody responded, "Yes, you are the last person to know that." That was the funniest thing. But thank you.
You're cute too, Damy. I know you're gay, so I have no chance. Yeah. But Eric is cute.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're
I'll let
good.
you guys go.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful rest of your day. And let's make
Thank you.
let's make 2019 fucking amazing.
And keep in touch. We mean that.
Please do.
No one should feel alone for these reasons.
Yeah.
Because you're not.
Nope. I'm looking at a whole lot of glassy eyes on the other side of that wall. There are
They're
a lot of
getting
people that are
hungry.
feeling that are feeling and have felt what you feel.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who wish that they could be here giving you a hug.
Yeah.
Or be there giving you a hug.
It's a lot of people reminded of the pain and feeling the love.
Is it expensive to live in Austin?
When you live just outside of Austin, not
Yeah.
so much. When you're in Austin,
Yeah.
it's expensive. But if you're moving from New Jersey, I don't think the sticker price would shock you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. At least
Yeah.
come visit.
At least come visit. And then also, I mean, part of the reason that we do this and we want to support atheist community is there has to be more than just Austin. That's one, we know there's atheists everywhere, but two, we can't be the only super effective local community.
True. We want to plant those seeds, but selfishly, I want to see as many awesome people as possible. It's kind of one of the reasons I got into this, Jamie.
Well, I know, but you know,
Anyway,
I guess it is better if they move to Austin.
all right.
Expensive to move.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
I mean, keep in touch. Wow, that wasn't a
Oh my!
that was a heavy call right there.
It was.